Igsy everyone. Glad to be back with my beautiful mum, Mrs. Patricia Tosh, how Posh. And, oh, where is he? Romeo's not here today.
I know. It's weird starting without
He's
him.
become my mum's little sidekick, you know.
Yeah.
But he's not here today, obviously with school and everything, you know, and stuff like that. I just let him stay at home. But he'd be very upset if he knew I sneaked out and I was here.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how it is. But he'll be back next week, God willing.
Yeah.
So anyway, take it away, sister. Exhibia, mum.
Let the Almighty God be praised. In the name of, who came in the name of Lord Jesus of Nazareth. Right. And to show us how to connect with the Spirit of truth.
Always.
Yeah, again, to all the disciples, all the prophets, all of those who suffered to get us here.
Yes.
And so that we will continue this work. And
That's
even if
right.
we have to leave, we know others will come and pick it up.
Yeah.
And then I was watching Red X again this week, Stepping Razor, Peter Tosh, and he starts it off. He goes, "It is dangerous to have the truth in your possession. You can be found guilty and sentenced to death."
Yes.
Yeah? So, you know, we ain't bothered about that because, as he said already, when there was warning him, he says, "Look, I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well die for the truth."
And at least, you know, you know where you're going straight away because you've done the works of the Almighty.
Yeah, and when it says, the song say, "Live for yourself, you will live in vain. Live for others, and you will live again."
That's a lovely song.
Yeah, and that Cat Stevens song that Boy's Own done. "Oh, very young, what will you leave us this time? You're only dancing on this earth for a short while.
I love that.
And though your dreams may be tossed and turned, they will vanish away." You know, like, you know, what you're gonna leave, what you're gonna leave.
It's like Sarah Harding.
Oh my goodness.
I always admired her beauty.
She was the one I really liked out of them.
Because you see, with her now, she was a firecracker.
Yeah.
It's like she had the beauty, but she was down to earth.
Yeah.
She didn't make her beauty make her be like posh and snobbish. She was just Sarah, just raw. Yes, she had the money and that, but she was just humble.
But when she appeared on Big Brother, she was a bit disturbed.
Yeah, because people was...
And then there was this man there, and I'm thinking now, that man could have been planted or something, I don't know, you know, in what they're doing underneath.
Yeah.
Or probably, you see, they know certain things.
Was it someone trying to pick on her or something?
No, but it's other things. But, you see, they know certain things, but then those in the darkness, they're worried that you're going to talk and this and that. So, I don't know if they got rid of her or something.
No idea.
You know, look at the one there. Is it Nadine? The one skinny?
Yeah.
And you remember, like, Spicy?
Nikki.
Not the Irish one. The one that went to America.
Yeah. That's... Nadine is the Irish one.
Yeah,
she went to America. She's slim, very skinny.
And the other one, her godfather, he died now, but he done already said that she was going to make it. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the background
that you don't
we
know.
as ordinary people don't know. So it's like, you know, as I said, we're in the physical, but we're dealing with the spiritual, so it's to balance both. So we don't know everything. Every day is a revelation.
Yeah.
You know, it can just spur the moment, something will come and hit, and But
no one knows really what they have to go through in them rounds of being in them kind of worlds, you know, and who's begrudging you and who wants you to do this and do that. And what they put on you. Yeah. So, I didn't look on it like that.
As Reed said, they're going innocent to sin, but then they involve them in some satanic thing.
Yeah.
Some can cope, some can't.
That's right.
Yes.
But didn't she have a breakdown before?
Yeah, because
well?
I watched the whole of Big Brother. She was kind of like having a breakdown. So I was, I was kind of to hear that she died, because sometimes if you're a threat to them, then they will get rid of you.
Just put certain things.
Yeah.
Because within 1 year of her finding out that she had breast cancer, she died.
But this morning I was listening to, the Indian guru, Sadhu. Sadhu or whatever, guru. And it's just one thing I got from him, where he said, the greatest evil on this earth is ignorance. So where the Almighty God keeps saying, learn wisdom, my children. My children are dying for the lack of knowledge. You see?
Yeah.
Because people just going through life are not...
And this is what I was trying to explain to you earlier. No one... And it's like sometimes probably because I got this nice song that I play for Christ. And I put it on in the car sometime, and I've got the music blasting out because I just love it. And I'll be looking at the people, but they don't know that I'm actually thinking like, your mind is not even probably on
that.
God.
When I go out there and see the people, they don't know what's going on.
That's what I mean. They're just thinking that this is it, and it's all this, and then one day we'll die, and then that's all. They don't want to communicate with what we're doing. And it makes you space out and look at them a different way, like... They're just going about like this is everything.
It's not a boasting thing. It's just that certain of us are chosen.
Yeah.
Because we was going along. Like,
we was going along, especially when I was a teenager.
Yeah, and me. But,
and in my early, even in my early 20s, I wasn't then.
Like Christ himself, smiled on us, and as I said, it took me over 40 years, but mainly it's the 25 years that we done here at the School of the Nazarite. So it's like every minute you got to be going, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Because he goes, you're blind. And we go, no, you can see. But you don't mean that. Yeah. You mean the spiritual eyes.
Spiritually blind and spiritually dead. So, when you see their mum, I'm not saying everyone, because we don't know people's life and their heart. Yeah. But just like when you look at them and they're going about their life, they just look like they're dead to what's going on with Christ, but they're alive in what they're doing with their everyday life. It's like nothing else matters. EastEnders matters to them, Carnation Street matters, but nothing else after that.
David, I watched, they posted something this week where he's saying like, you know what it is, it's like you're born, you go to school, you grow up, you get a job, you get married, you go to work, you come home, watch a bit of television, go to sleep, get up, do everything, and then in the end, what you do, you go to the grave.
And you haven't done nothing.
But there's more to it.
There is.
There's more to it.
If we was to only be in tune with our real self, a lot of us don't even know our real self.
That's it.
Because we don't take the time. And if you did, you'd know so much about yourself that a lot of these things wouldn't even matter. You'd be like...
And I like to thank all our viewers and everyone.
And our new subscribers.
Because what it is, with me talking, I'm helping myself. Thank you for listening.
That too.
Thank you.
Yeah, because believe it or not, we're learning ourselves every day.
Yeah, all my wonderful teachers all over the world. And, wisdom is everywhere.
Yeah.
And what it says in Proverbs, it's wisdom is calling out to her children.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, I just feel blessed.
That's how it is.
Feel blessed. That it smile at me.
Me too.
Yeah, and it's because I've grown my children now, and I don't have to be cooking and doing whatever, right? So it's like I've got the time now. The time.
Yeah.
Even though my lot still try to make me do things, but I just tell them piss off. Like Granddad.
But you still have to make me some nice soup though.
Oh yeah, I don't mind that.
But no, it's true. They're just walking around, living dead to the reality of Christ.
Yeah, and they're worrying about their children.
And a lot of them don't even tell their children about Christ, nothing. They're just going about their everyday life as normal. Then when things hit them, like a ton of bricks, they can't cope with it.
Yeah. You know, and then they'll be crying out. But that's it. You see, like when we was in Egypt under Moses, when God heard us was when we cried out.
Yeah.
So it's like he's waiting for the world to cry to him now. But they're all stubborn, set in their ways, and looking to those in power.
And that's their downfall. They look in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I went over to grab my milk, and Gemma and a couple of her friends, they must have dropped the children to school, but the park, and they're sitting there.
Oh, having mother's meeting again.
Yeah, so they called me. And then I forgot that I did leave the porridge on. Because when I reached back, it all boiled over. But I didn't have enough milk. So I ended up talking. And they was talking about Dr. Sebby, left eye.
Yeah. We all remember the documentary we watched with her.
Yeah. And and then Gemma said that her children's father sent her a video, and then she said to him, but it's what Pat's been saying
all along. So I bet he was shocked to know that she already know about these things.
Yeah. You know, and then it's like her friends there, when I had to take them back, I said, look, you have to go back. I know I keep repeating, but we have to. You got to go back 6,000 years.
Yeah.
Genesis, when, God put those 200 angels to look after us humans, but they lusted after the women of the earth, had sex with them, and they give birth to Nephilims and giants.
Yeah.
And then they show man how to splice DNA, mix us with animals and everything, and then you go to the book of Enoch where they asking Enoch to ask God if they can come back, but he's saying no, because like they'd say, well, look at Pat and Levine, they're sinners, why don't you? Yeah? But we're humans, they knew better.
They knew better, man.
So, as it said, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So we're at the end now.
Yeah.
So this is, I didn't even get to look at it. I meant to get that big Bible out and read about the bees with the human faces going around stinging.
Yeah.
Our regular listeners will know what we mean.
Yeah, because we've done talk many times on it.
Yeah.
To make them know.
Right.
But another thing as well, before you go on to something else, like when you try and talk to someone who doesn't know these things, they give you this look. I'm not gonna show my face, but you will see it. They're like puzzled. Like,
they don't know.
Yeah,
they don't know.
And you really see that their brain is like this now, going, But it's not their fault because. But then again, you're supposed to learn for yourself.
Something might connect.
Yeah.
Something, because this is our job anyway. Whether it seems like they... But
and then you've got some people that just don't believe in you. They think it's a nonsense. And don't be stupid. Jay-Z's not like that.
Yeah.
Or Beyonce's not like that. Just because they've got money and all of this. Or just because they say certain things in their videos and that. Or just because they do a hand sign. It doesn't mean that they're in it. But it does, because it shows you on that thing we saw. When they put their hand down their top a certain way or do this with their eye, they know what they're doing and they're fooling you.
Yeah, but as Jesus saying to the world, you're blind. But again, they'll say, no, we can see, but you don't mean that kind. It means the spiritual eyes. So he says, if you check him, he will take the veil away. Yeah. And then you will start to see, and then everything will come simple, and you understand better. So that when that day comes, you're not panicking.
Yeah.
Because you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because and then this thing called death, we don't fear it.
No.
Because what this Sadhu, the Indian guru, what he was saying also, because he had a room full of youngsters, like students, and he was saying that like they should go to place and visit like the hospice and old people, because he goes, watch them, they're not frightened of death. Yeah, because they've reached that time now where
they don't mind.
Yeah, but it's the youngsters that are frightened of death.
Because what it is, because I'm coming from that youngster period now, going into transitioning into a grown woman.
Yeah.
Right. I can understand where they come from. You're scared of what you don't know.
Yeah.
But my comfort is because I've been known with Christ for so long now, that's my comfort. But if I wasn't, I'd still be a 42-year-old scared of death.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're scared of what you don't know. So a lot of them, they don't understand it. So they're scared. They think that their body, that they are actually in the ground.
Yeah.
There's some of them say that, and I don't want the worms to eat me and all them things. And I'm like, but it's not you, but they still think it's them.
It's a spirit and we're taking up our body.
Yeah, so they're just scared of what they don't know.
Yeah,
You know, we all got that bit in us, like what's going to happen after this. But then we got to always go back to when we was born. We didn't know where we came from to be born here. But look, we're here. Yeah. So surely we came from somewhere that looked after us to put us here, and we're going to go back there. But if you've done rude and naughty things and bad things, you ain't going back there where you came from.
And you see, all of us was in hell, but bit by bit it's brought us back. So this is the second time, believe it or not, that we're back. And this time now is for us to repent.
Yeah.
But as he said, the wicked will do worse.
Keep doing
and
it.
The righteous will try and clean themselves up more. As I said, all my life I'm, going through and not realising. Again, I have to thank him every day.
Of course.
Every day. And he's so simple to understand.
Yeah.
The man of Galilee, the Nazarite, Jesus then as the world known. Yeah, because I was reading also where the scribes and Pharisees, they was jealous of him, because when you check it out, he was the first one with groupies, that follow pop stars. Jesus was the first one.
Yeah, he had everyone following him.
You have like some of those, Muslim, the women, they're under restriction and whatever. So you can imagine what it was 2,000 years ago. Those women used to defy their husbands and everyone, and follow him, to listen to him. You see, and so those scribes and Pharisees in the church, in their temple, the people weren't listening to them no more. So what they go to Jesus and they said to him, "Hey, you better run, because Herod is after you." You know what Jesus said? Tell the little fox, tell that little fox Herod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they was trying to make him go, so that the people then would come back to them and their lives. Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you heard about it on the news, but the Taliban, they killed a pregnant woman.
Oh no, I ain't watched that.
Yeah, because you know what she done? All she done, she took their flag down from where she lived.
Oh,
no.
As I say,
and because of that, they killed her the other day. It was big on the news.
I ain't been watching it no
wrong,
more.
Mum.
I ain't been watching it.
And they came on the news talking about it's gonna be peaceful. We're not gonna whip no one anymore. Women are gonna get freedom. They done all of that, and they told a lie. We knew it was a lie, because why they go and kill the girl just because she took the flag down?
You see, the Almighty God, right? He gave us free choice, free will.
Yeah.
I don't understand why humans want to rule other humans.
This is it.
You see, in the Bible, it tells you, right, that the husband's supposed to treat his wife like his own body, because they're one. Yeah. Yeah. And he's the man. Yeah. Christ is the head, then the man, then the woman.
Yeah.
Right? And you're supposed to love and respect, because some of these men in the world, they forget how they come here.
Yeah.
Them women had to give birth to them.
And the pain.
And they're forgetting that. No names, but
it's the truth.
Yeah, because as I said, that's a subject I don't want to just talk
We should be, appreciated.
A woman should be lifted up on high and respected, and then she should know her place, that her husband or the man is above.
But the reason why women rebel a bit today is because the men don't show them respect. or the men don't take the lead to show that they've become now where they let the woman do everything. And you know, so it's everything's just turned around.
It's like you know, we have to become mother, father, doctor, nurse, teacher.
And like I said as well,
because
what you said, you know, not cutting your mum, I'm sorry, but you know, like when you see the youths, them. The reason why a lot of them are the way they are is because they never had a dad living with them, like you said. The mom, she can only show a boy so much. Then after a certain age, and you said that they gotta, you know,
the Bible
the
says
dad's supposed to.
You give the boy age 3 to the father.
Oh, is it age 3?
Yeah, age 3. You nurture him till he's 3, then hand him to his father. We shouldn't really. All we should do for the boys is cook their food, wash their clothes.
Yeah.
But we've had to become mom and dad and everything. No fault of our own.
No, but we do the best.
Because the fathers abandoned them.
And that's why what's that? Was it the bitch mentality?
Yeah,
you said?
yeah.
Just to step on if a next man even look at a next man now, they want to kill. Whereas they never used to. That's a woman. That's what women do.
Yeah.
If we look at a woman a certain way, she want to cat fight us.
Yeah.
But not men. But men want to do that now. If you look at a man and say they want to do cat fighting.
I know.
Well, not cat fighting. They want to pull out gun and knife.
Yeah, but as I say, like you know, Bonnie Wailer's song last week, where it says we like drink water, children.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't know what he's on about, or what you say, and you know, the water in the Bible, the water. Like when Jesus met the Samaritan woman at the well, and because the Samaritan and the proper Hebrews, they weren't to talk or mix, but Jesus was thirsty that day.
Yeah.
So he goes to her, can you draw me some water? And she goes, sir, I'm not supposed to, but she did. And then he started to tell her about her 5 so-called husbands and her life and this and that. And then he turned to her and he said, look, this water that you're drinking here, you'll be thirsty for it, but the water I shall give you is the living water. And then she goes, sir, can you give me that living water? So when we the Bible and every song talk about water, that's what it is. And then Jesus goes, and you shall bubble, bubble, bubble like a fountain.
It does, doesn't
it?
Living when we
water.
Get talking, we can bubble on and bubble on.
Bubble.
Then the bubble don't pop.
Yeah, but then again, one of the songs say, is it Bubble? One of them sing, if you're looking for trouble, give it to you on the double.
And bubble.
Yeah, so now that's what water means in the Bible. Yeah. So even if you leave this body, you'll still be. Yeah. You know, it's forever. The living water that Christ
but a lot of people worship the body because they're not in tune with their spirit. Yeah. So that's why they're frightened of death as well. Yeah. Because they're not knowing about their spirit, who they are, and knowing that.
Like that.
We was. That's why I'm not judging, but I'm just saying.
When you check the man of Galilee, you know, Jesus, and then everything, then you have no fear. Yeah. The only fear you have really is the pain. Sometimes the devil will make you have bad pain before you leave the body.
The only thing is you just don't want to hear that your body's ill now. Oh, no. But then after that you get over it and you just live until whatever happens.
Yeah. It's
you know?
Because you see, you know, people think they're going to be here forever. They don't want to deal with sickness and death. Yeah. You know, but it's something that's guaranteed to all. And you know, like when flesh and blood cannot inherit. Yeah.
But you know, like when people say, gosh man, they're gone too soon. Yeah. Really, they wasn't gone too soon. That was written.
No, it was
written. But you know, you think because they're young, you're like, oh, you know, because I even said that about Trine. I was like, gosh man, Trina's gone too soon. Yeah, you know, because she's still young. But that was her story. Yeah. That was her ending. It wasn't something that just happened. That was really how.
And everything that happens to you in life, because another Arabic saying is whatever, and it is written.
It's written.
Don't question.
It's
It's Arabic saying everything, and then it's for learning. And then when we was going to Stanmore,
because he died young too, didn't he?
Yeah, I caught the taxi, and I'm in the car, and I'm talking to the taxi driver, and then in the end he said, you see a tree, there's some dead leaves on it and green leaves, but then all of a sudden one of the new leaves will just drop off.
Yeah, and you wonder why.
Yeah, so it's simple. So everything can be explained.
Yeah.
Of course we're gonna miss the people.
That's the only thing, but they're with us in spirit.
Yeah,
but it's because you're still trapped in your body.
You'd say, well, what would my mom say in this situation I'm in?
And that's
then the answer
bringing
comes.
you, and it's still keeping you close with them.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm just gonna Bunny Wailer a part of his tribute to Bob Marley, and this one is called "Come Let Me Go Chant Down Babylon."
Okay.
One more time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there, Bunny Wailer. Tribute to Bob Marley.
Romeo, you doing this dancing now with me? Come we go chant down Babylon one more time.
Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Cause them song, yes them song, just know, so come we go chant down Babylon one more time.
Everybody,
let you see their hopes and aspirations crumble in front of their face, and all of their wicked intention to destroy the human race. How I know,
Yes.
how I know, I know. I read the music, come and we chant down Babylon with music. Hey, come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come on, come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Hey, come we go chant down Babylon one more time. It's all them songs.
it's them
You know them,
songs.
oh yeah. Come on and let me be, for we know them, oh yeah. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time.
Yeah.
Hey, music yo, the key. Talk to me, please talk to me. Bring the voice of the Rasta man, communicating to each and everyone. How I know, how I know, that I know I know. I reggae music, come and we chant down Babylon with music. Come and we chant down Babylon with music. Come and we chant down Babylon with music.
Yes, Bonnie. His spirit, you hear his spirit?
Yeah.
His spirit well in it, man.
Yeah, as Bob say, come let we go chant down. We don't, as Elder Bongo Israel say, we don't, use no stick, no stones, no guns
No.
against Babylon. Word, tune, and power from the Almighty.
See it then?
Yeah, so
But that's the best
so
way.
this is what Rasta do with music.
Yeah.
Yeah? The word, and then
And
the
you know
power.
what's so funny about that?
Is they
Because
let the power from Zion fall
yeah,
on I. Let the power fall on I. Oh, let the wicked flee from I. Alright, let the wicked flee from us. That's Max Romeo, isn't it? Yeah. And then, he's got another song, Max Romeo, it's called Ice Cream or Ice Cream.
yeah.
And then I saw about 3 months ago in Israel, Jerry, the ice cream, what's it called again? Ben and Jerry.
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Yeah, because there's some arguments going over it now, and they want to stop it. I think because the Palestinians, them are buying it or something. So those Israelis now are trying to ban it. Some And then I was thinking of Max Romeo's song, Ice Cream, Ice Cream. It's like these singers, I always call them high priests.
But there you go.
They had foresight, everything they sing, put them. So how did Max Romeo know about this ice cream when he done that?
Here to give you a message.
He done that in the 80s.
Yeah.
So, as the Bible said, everything you've learned or seen will come back to mind in that, for that moment. And that's all part of the survival of what we're going through. You know what I mean, babe?
Yes,
you know what I mean, babe?
Darling.
Yeah.
And then when you mentioned about the music, it's true because didn't you say in the sound days, they used to fight each other with the music?
Yeah.
It weren't no fists and it weren't no guns or nothing. You know, it was, and then afterwards they phoned one another when it's over and laugh and have a drink and a split.
Especially bond them, you know, you want to hear them all, how they used to chant down each other.
But that's what you do, the
but
music.
They never insult their mothers.
No.
Like these
these
ones
ones take the piece, they do.
So.
But that's how they used to fight. It weren't none of this, what's going on now.
Right, and then, you remember we was talking about the free thrones?
Yes.
About 3 or 4 videos. King Solomon free thrones.
Yeah.
One's in Ethiopia, the main one.
Yeah.
And where Genesis 39
and
said...
did you say Rome's got... Yeah,
Genesis 39 say that no one will sit on that throne until Shiloh comes.
Yes.
Back, so... from 75 when they deposed His Majesty, no one has been able to sit on that throne. That is the main throne. Remember, the oldest royal family in the world, you know, King Solomon through David, Jesse, so also the Queen of Sheba was around that time, so them are the 2 oldest kingdoms or royalty.
Yeah.
All other royals had to fight and kill off each other. They come in from different country, and then the winner takes up those thrones. Yeah. Right, and then Bob Marley sings a song. Cold ground was my bed last night, and rockstone was my pillow too. I'm saying talking blues, you know, keep on talking blues. And then what he's really singing about, he's singing about our father Jacob. Jacob with the 12 tribes in the Bible. And you remember, he had to run from Esau when he stole Esau's birthright from Isaac, our father, the blessing. And then in the night, you know, in the desert or whatever, a rock stone was his bed, you know, his pillar. And then when he's sleeping, then all of a sudden he saw the ladder going all the way up to heaven. And then he found himself wrestling. Some say it's an angel, some say it's the Almighty he was wrestling with, but he wouldn't give up because, and then wrestled all night, and then in the end, you know, like God gave him his blessing, but then that left him with a limp. Oh. He walked with a limp for the rest of his life. Yeah. So he's so this is, you know, like cold ground was my bed last night, and rock was my pillow. I'm singing talking blues, right? So you see, you know, up in Scotland, up in Edinburgh, in Scotland, I don't know whether this is why they're against the English, because apparently that stone, because what Jacob done, he built like something with that stone and call it Bethel, but apparently that stone was taken away and it ended up in Edinburgh, in Scotland. Okay. But now it's, you know, the throne that the Queen sits on, it's under there. Yeah. So I don't know if that's what the contention between the English and the Scottish is. Maybe, yeah. So, yeah, just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So by right, they want, you know, Scotland wants it back because that's where it was placed. Yeah. And that's where King James King James the First of England, or James the Sixth of Scotland.
Yeah. You want the whole plug?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not cutting you, everyone. Don't lose my plug. Pushing the door back.
Yeah, but I think the English stole it from Scotland, and it's under the throne that the Queen sits on, because you know that throne belonged to King Solomon also, that she sits on, and the one that the Pope had in Rome, because King Solomon, his two sons was to rule. Remember, if you look back in the video, you'll see what I'm on about.
But them steal up everything.
Yeah, where the Almighty says He wants everything back in its place.
Yeah, everything's got to go back, because a lot of the things that they've stolen, they're not supposed to have.
And then Sister Carrie Ann come on about, I don't really follow her much now, but she come on and she was cussing about all the jewellery that they've got in Buckingham Palace and all around the world, what they've stolen.
Well, you spoke about that.
And they should give it back and this and that. But I just said, anyway, you know, I don't really want it. And if I was to get hold of it, I'd sell it and go and look after the poor kids in India on the road and all around the world.
Yeah,
you
because
see,
it's funny how you mention that, because, you know, like they say...
you sing, how can you be sitting there telling me that you care? When every time I look around, the people them suffering. Yeah?
Every day.
Yeah, and then I went over the road this morning, and the man in the news agents, I says to him, because you know, they're going to be this Third World War.
Yeah.
And they're going to call you all up. Yeah? To go. But this war is the Armageddon to fight against God Almighty. So I was saying to him, I was saying, hey, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh are lucky now. Right? Because what Gandhi done, you know, they separated, was a lot of things. And I know black people always chant Gandhi down, saying that he was racial. Yeah, in South Africa. Yeah, so that's another thing. But another thing what I saw was they wouldn't allow him to get on the train, the white people them.
In England?
No, in South Africa.
What?
Yeah. So, you know, it works both ways, but what he done now, it's like he's paid penance, like for the whole nation. They split it up into 3, right? But, and then they're supposed to get their independence. That's what I'm saying to him this morning. So I said, oh, well, they won't be able to call the Indians, the Pakistanis and the Bangladesh to this war now, like they did in the First and Second World War, and the Australians and the New Zealand. And he goes, no, they can, because they're part of the Commonwealth. And I go, oh my goodness, that's a trick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a trick.
Because everyone's got to be involved, isn't it? Everyone's got to be involved.
Yeah, where before they could just call you up, but they trick now, Commonwealth.
Yeah. So you still got to do it.
I don't know everything, but that's what you showed me this morning.
But you see, being alive is to learn. And just because we taught these things on here, every day we're still finding out new things. You know,
every day is a revelation.
You must never be too whatever to not learn or listen to somebody.
Every day is a revelation. You see, as with me, as I said, I just make notes and whatever.
You just write down. So when it comes to you, you just write it down.
Yeah.
Or if you see something.
Yeah, and then you know that in My Fair Lady where they sing. The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. Yeah? And he goes, by Joe, she's got it. Professor Higgins. And then she turns and she goes, just you wait, Henry Higgins, just you wait. It's a new little, right? Because everything is for learning. Even in that film. And then Elton John came out with a song. Daniel is leaving tonight on the train. I can see Daniel waving goodbye to Spain.
Yeah.
Right, and then you go, the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Right? And then the Irish, oh Danny boy.
Yeah, why do you always sing
Bye,
about this
bye.
Daniel?
Because Daniel is supposed to be back here.
Daniel
The
in the
Bible
lion's
said
den.
so. And that's what
Aye.
we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He's like the number one person supposed. So everything is about Daniel.
Sometimes I think, Daniel is him.
And that's what I said to him sometime. I said, are you
Yeah.
sure? Are you sure you're not Daniel in
He's
the
probably
lion's
just
den?
spaced out for the moment, but
Yeah.
he's everything gonna come to him one
Yeah,
day. You
yeah.
never know.
Because
He's always conscious though. He
he's
always wants to
conscious.
learn.
But then that song, we said his song is, I get my kicks from watching people
Yeah.
running to and
fro.
fro.
I love that song.
But if you ask them where they're going, half of them don't know. But I'm just grooving. That's him, you know, grooving. It's grooving our life. Like nothing can get to him. And
I love that song.
And he goes through, he gets beat up, he goes through so many things, and yet is that one positive.
He's always still got that positive.
And I keep saying, are you sure? Are you sure you're not Daniel?
You know, you're right, Mum. He's always got that same level.
Yeah.
No matter what he goes through.
Yeah.
He can come in here and still make you laugh.
Yeah.
And he's still got that positive, like,
With
hey,
his
Mum.
face smashed up and all kind of.
Still-
and then
It's the spirit, you see.
you know, and because of his back problem and the operations and everything he's had, when he walks, because we walk behind him, and he walks like Charlie Chaplin, don't he? And we walk behind and take the piss. This is him.
Yeah, remember
He passed.
when we used to walk to the gambling place? And he's like, come on, Mum, come on.
We even though we got trainers on, we couldn't keep up. It's like Charlie
He's got
Chaplin,
a
we used
funny
to call
walk.
him.
He's got a funny walk, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's a case. But,
So,
yeah, man.
You know, that's you got.
But one thing with him, his heart is good.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's your heart, you
it's
see.
just that, you know.
It is.
I get my kicks
He's
from
always
watching
one way.
people.
And I always sing He Ain't Heavy. He's
Yeah,
my
but
brother.
yeah, we don't even need to carry him.
No.
Because you know, something about him. That's we've been looking.
And not
at
being
him.
biased because he's my brother, but it's true. He's got that spirit, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
and his attitude. Get my
Yeah.
kicks.
Even
from
if
watching
his sock
people.
might be sticking out, like he'll have his socks on, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't kill the. What is that on my foot?
No, it's here.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
right over here.
right. You'll
daddy
see
long
him.
leg.
Yeah, with his foot just hanging a certain way. Oh, it's a fairy thing, right? And then you'll see his sock just hanging off. That's just how it is.
I don't care. You know,
It's
it's
just funny.
Boy,
I know.
I like his attitude. His attitude in
That's
life.
it.
Yeah. So again, we're looking for brother Daniel.
Yeah, it's true. They all sing about this Daniel, innit?
Yeah, but then I've been watching now about, you see, Kobe Bryant, and the one that died yesterday or the day
who's that?
before, Michael K. Williams.
Oh gosh, he was in The Wire.
I didn't have something I've never watched. I've never watched him in anything.
Have you seen him before?
No.
He's got this
It was-
big scar dent on his
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
But
Like
I was shocked because he just done a tribute to DMX when DMX died
yeah.
on the BET channel. He done a big tribute to him, and then they said that they found him dead in his house, and he was excited to do. He said on his, because I looked on his Instagram page now. Everyone does when someone passes away. The first thing you do is you look them up.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I did. I looked him up, but
and
I
on
still
his
don't know. I've never
Instagram-
watched him in nothing.
But on his page,
The only thing I seen the clip with Wendy Richards when he came on there.
Wendy
Yeah?
Williams.
Wendy
you mean?
Williams.
Yeah.
And halfway through, she goes, "Welcome to the darkness." I
Oh,
thought, "You
for
bitch.
freak's sake.
You bitch."
Because she's already there.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, well, this is what he said. He said on his the last page that he put up when he was alive, it was sometime in August. He put, "I'm so happy to be working with somebody. I can't wait for this new adventure." Right. So it was nothing to do with like, was he depressed? Maybe he was something. But how did they just find him dead like that?
No, because again,
that's
like
something
what
weird.
Christ teaches underneath what's going on in the spiritual. So all of them that's up there, right? They have to go through certain things, and
maybe when they tell him welcome to the darkness,
he
probably already know.
What country used to talk about 25 years ago? He used to always talk about the realm. He said, "Well, what you mean country?" He says, "When you get so much money, you're in that realm.
Yeah.
So you got to do certain things to keep it, right? It's like what they say now about Kobe Bryant. Yeah, like he wanted to be a billionaire and all his business and all kind of things.
Yeah.
So he weren't brought up as a Christian and this and that. So he tapped into the dark side.
Yeah.
And the mambo, you know, that snake.
Yeah, because on his clothing it's a snake.
Yeah, the mambo, like Versace with Yeah, so then you had Dean Martin, part of the Rat Pack with Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. He was always pissed when he drunk, and I used to sing a song, "Hey Mambo, Mambo Italiano, go go."
Yes.
You know, so people just take a song and everything.
But they're not looking underneath. It's a message.
Everything clocked in.
Yeah.
So he don't know Dean Martin. His country's great now, but they all know about this mambo. So this is what he Kobe Bryant, right?
You never know.
There's lots of programs on about it now.
He always, that was his symbol, was the snake, the black snake, I think.
Yeah, and then he had to marry because he was engaged to a black girl.
Yes.
But then he had to leave her and marry the one.
His mom and dad was upset that he married Vanessa.
Yeah, but you see, they got no choice. Once they join, they're working with the powers of darkness, and they tell them who they can marry and who they can't. And apparently now, her family is in this, what they call it now? The serpent thing or whatever. You'll have to watch it. It's on there.
And it's funny because his church that he used to go to was the Pope kind of church.
Catholic. Because remember when he was 6, he went to live, his father was a basketball player.
Yeah, they was very successful in money.
Yeah, but he weren't a Christian. What he done, he checked the dark side.
Because I knew he learnt 12 different languages as well.
And he was going all over and whatever, and he was learning all the dark. It's all there. Like, if you look up the Black Boule and things like that, and then there's a lot of programs on,
But I don't understand why his daughter had to get caught up in it.
No, because she
was glued to him.
They said that he indoctrinated his children in that way. It's same way you see like J.K. Rowling with all the children and this witchery.
Yes.
Right? They like Harry Potter, but what they really want is to read the book that Harry Potter learned his things from. So she's got a whole generation of witchery.
Yes.
And the beauty of my grandchildren is I got enough of them, 13. None of them ever like Harry Potter.
No.
Yeah, if TV saw it come on here, they turn it off. They
Romeo's got no interest in it.
And yet the majority of the world.
Yeah.
Because she's a witch. And what she said, her husband is a water spirit.
Oh.
That's another topic.
Yeah.
As I said, it's so much. I know so much. Right? Yeah.
But maybe Kobe did have his children in it, but that one was his closest.
No, but that one was you have to watch it. She was the main sacrifice. But what they were saying, like, they could have remotely with a helicopter bring it down or all kind of things.
No, because
and it was on the 26th of January because like some sacrifice have to be made then. And then another thing that came to mind is when you check out the royal families, like the kings and queens, they all seem to die in January. Like, if they're no more used to the powers of darkness that give them that position, they kill them, then another one come and take over.
Because, you know, in saying that, I listened to...
mother, the Queen's father, her grandfather, watch them all. January they go.
Wasn't Philip as well in January?
No, he weren't, no. But remember, he weren't no king, no queen. He was
that's
just a
true.
consort.
That's true. But listen to this, talking about that, you know, I listened to the pilot talking to the people them on the ground, you know, the ones who control the plane, and he was telling them that something's wrong or something, and he said, well, I can land it, everything's going to be all right, I can do it. And they were telling him, you must go really high first to get the gravity or something, and then to do it, right? And then they went over, but he wouldn't talk then, and that's probably when all that happened, and maybe they was controlling it.
Yeah.
Because he said he had it under control.
Yeah,
he was just telling them that there was some kind of turbulence, rare, and he's gonna land it.
I think he was on his way to was his Staples or his business
he was,
something.
it was some basketball function for the little girl.
He was taking some of them paracetamol companies and other people to court.
Oh, okay.
You see? So it was all set.
Yeah.
But you see, because as I say, he didn't have Christ in him.
That protection.
And this is what, you know, we all need Christ.
But everyone
He's the
found
door, the only way.
Where is the only way,
it don't
truth
matter
and the
what
light.
you get into, because sometimes he allows certain people to go into certain things and bring them out in order to show the others don't. Because what they do also, you know, like, what is it? Bucking or whatever. It's like all them rappers, as I say, have to be bummed.
No.
They all have to be. Yeah, up there. And then the more money they make is the more satanic things and sacrifice. And one of your family, say like Michael Jordan father. After Michael Jordan achieved something, a week later his father dropped dead.
No, because the story
you gotta
was...
sacrifice someone.
Someone's gotta be sacrificed.
Yeah.
But that story was to do with the mob as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his dad was into the gambling, you know, and they used to tell him, tell your son to lose the game.
Oh yeah, them kind of fix the matches.
And then one time now, they put so much money on Michael to lose, and Michael didn't lose, and that's why they killed the dad.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan, he could have just covered that like that. Look how many hundreds of million or billion.
It disturbed him that his dad's death.
Yeah, so it's so... You see, as what I said about Noel Coward, their great Noel Coward, what did he say? Mrs. Worthington, don't put your daughter on the stage. You see, everybody wants to be there, right? But then when they get there, they have to pay a price. And you got to do certain things.
I just thank the Lord that you didn't sign them papers for us.
I feel they probably got rid of Sarah Hardy. Because I saw all the signs when she was on Big Brother a couple of years ago.
And she's a water sign as well, so she's very spiritually really like...
You see, they know things, but they can't talk.
No.
You see.
They can't say nothing.
And I feel that they think that she was going to give part of the game away. You know, remember?
Where they know Cheryl Cole won't to say nothing, she will keep it.
Yeah, you know. All of them.
Yeah.
Malik and...
But check this out, man. Rihanna's a billionaire now as well, and I'm like, how she get... Have you noticed a lot of them can become billionaires that quick now, whereas years ago...
The Kardashian sister.
Yeah, but years ago, and Kim. Kim's a billionaire, but before you never really had billionaires like that.
No, but you see, but that is done through the powers of darkness.
That's what I'm thinking. Because what did Rihanna have to get to be a billionaire?
She get to be a billionaire. Which one? The young Kardashian.
Kylie, the one who's pregnant now.
Yeah.
And Kim's a billionaire now.
Makeup she deal with.
Yeah, hers was
and
the
then
makeup.
they were showing you, like when Obama was president, he bring in the new law where a baby could be aborted at 7 months.
Oh,
Where
that's
before it was
cruel.
3 months.
That's
right?
cruel.
And then the law was, if the baby born alive, they crush its head.
Oh gosh.
Did you know all that?
No.
That's Obama there, right?
No.
And then what they do?
That's a bakeful baby.
No, they sell the skull business. It's all in the powder and the makeup that women wear.
Oh gosh. To make themselves look prettier,
You know?
younger. Oh man.
Why?
Probably even make the collagen out of it to blow up their lips and stuff. You just don't know.
And
Because they use a lot of baby fetuses as well
I still got the
for
thing
stuff.
on. Yesterday I had to go, right? Because I'm type 2 diabetes, so every 4 months I go and get checkups. So this time now, sometimes it's only 1 vial of blood. This time it's about 3 or 4. And I always call them vampires,
Yes.
you know? Right? And this and that. But then what they're doing now, they're paying like 300 like English pound for some of our Menelin.
Oh yeah, you said that. Was it the last video or the one before?
One of them.
That's ridiculous.
They're buying the black people melanin.
Well,
and then another thing, like in Jamaica at the moment with everything going on there, you're not really hearing it. But what they do, they're killing all the young girls and young boys, right? Some of them police willfully shoot them up. But what it is, when because organs, because they eat the fresh food from the ground, the green banana straight from the tree. And so their diet and the fresh fish, healthy. So all the organs are healthy.
So they're just willfully killing them.
Yeah, to sell to them rich bitches and whatever.
Out them, no?
All over the world.
And they got the cheek to just wake up every day doing that, and it's God waking them up.
Yeah.
They're supposed to.
So this is why people, one and all, we have to understand this judgment. Yeah. When you see everything that's going on.
And it is in front of your face going on.
And like Obama, he bring the law where, you know, men can use women toilets now and all kind of crap.
Yeah,
and
that's
yet everybody was
ridiculous.
rejoicing over him.
Yeah.
And he would prefer to big up a gay or something other than, and he ain't done nothing for the black people, especially these people them in Chicago, Illinois, where he's from.
Yeah.
Every day they're killing off each other. He never done nothing.
But there is a lot of people still angry with Obama. Not everyone speaks good on him.
Yeah.
But Lord, terrible times we're in. You know?
Because this thing here now about Jacob, the stone, what they got from Scotland, because remember he used to go to the bingo, go out the back gate, run down, right, and then you have to turn by the pub, right, and then to cross the lights to get at the bus stop, so you get there in time. And this is me one day, I run down, and as I turn, I buck up on millions of Scottish football supporters in their kilts and all their colours. And I'm there right in front, and it was a beautiful sight, because it was because you know we live by Aston Villa, don't we? And you know, I weren't scared, but they was all passing me, and it was all lovely. It was a beautiful sight.
But, you know,
because it was on the way to the match. But then I was thinking after, well, I hope I'm not around if they never win at Aston Villa Park.
Because it might be a different story. Because look how there was with them on the telly again the other day. They kneeled down to do that George Ford thing. And they're booing them again. This was in the last place they played 2 days ago or something, England. And I'm saying, when is this racism just gonna be put aside? Because we are, once again, I have to keep saying it, man. Our skin colour, it doesn't define who we are.
Yeah, because
we are all spirits, and when we leave our body, I'm not black, you're not white, we are all the same.
Yeah,
so you leave that body and it gets rotten.
God will turn his back on us, on people that dealing with that.
It's ridiculous.
Because he don't deal with colour or religion.
And why should I not be suitable for a job because of my skin colour, but I've got all the credentials and all the talents to do it, where someone who's of a different race is suitable and they ain't even got no talent in it or anything, but they get the job. This racism thing's gotta stop.
Because
even Romeo's starting to see it, and he's only 10.
Yeah, when I left Shenderfield's home, I went to Kingsgate. Now Kingsgate and the Jubilee Quarters is owned by the Chamberlain, Neville Chamberlain, the Prime Minister that went to Hitler and come back with a paper and say peace in our time. So the Jubilee Quarter town, you know, that side of town belongs to the family, and Kingsgate. So I was living in one of his houses, the big house, but it was they put it into a children's home. And then we had the wrong combination. Auntie Pat, she was Irish. Uncle Robert, Scottish.
Oh, God.
So we had it good because when they're in little arguments or contention, we knew we'd pick a side and side. And, right. So he was a Celtic supporter. And then he used to, what is song about John Thompson? He was a goalkeeper, and he must have got kicked in his head and he died. So like we used to sing with him, farewell my darling Johnny, no more we'll stand and cheer, for you left your heart at Celtic Park. Why do I grieve? Why do I grieve? John Thompson sleeps beneath the glen. He played his part that autumn day, but left his heart at Celtic Park. And then Auntie Pat used to call me in the Irish now. Oh, we're up to Dublin in the green, with the helmets glittering the sun. You know, it was a wrong combination, them two, Irish and Scottish, right? But Uncle Robert now, he was obsessed. He had the movie camera. He was always filming us on holiday, non-stop filming us. So
I'd love
Robert,
to see them
I'm telling you, Robert Caldwell family in Scotland, you're all sitting on gold. There is a lot, because I'm going to be big, I'm going to be famous, probably if I get killed or something, that's his inheritance to you all. Robert Caldwell, Paisley, from Paisley in Scotland. Yeah? So
imagine if you could ever get across them videos now, man.
Yeah, he was always filming us.
That would be good.
And then Tommy Doherty came to open our fete, and he used to call me Queen Salati. I always, because Tommy Doherty was in charge of Aston Villa when Aston Villa was winning.
Wow.
Right, and Queen Salati of the Tanga Isle. Did you know all them old people then, they always says to me about the coronation, they go, everything is Queen Salati. She stole the show, not from Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She sat there in her carriage. All the old men, they loved that. Of the Tonga Isles, yeah. Anyway, you know, don't forget some sense.
No, it was a lovely study
Yeah.
today.
Oh, we're up to Dublin in the green, with the helmets glitter in the sun, where the bayonets crash and the rifle to the echo of the Thompson gun.
Well, if there's
So we had
anyone
the
from
best of-
Dublin now, they will relate to you with this song.
Oh, definitely. Well, as I say, we had both in it, husband and wife, and we knew how to play them and
There
get
you
what we
go.
wanted. Uncle Robert Caldwell and Patricia Caldwell.
Okay.
They didn't have no children of their own, but they adopted Libby and Tricia from Worcester, even though they lived with their parents, but they were, you know, with affection maybe every weekend.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely memories. One love.
One love,
guidance.
everyone. Bye.
Yeah.